Hey guys, we got a double upload today. I'm painting my calipers today and finally getting my rotors on that I ordered a couple weeks ago and got them in. And this video we're going to be doing the calipers. We're going to paint the calipers. We're going to paint them red and put some high temperature paint on there. And then stay tuned and we'll get right into that. Okay guys, very first thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen your lugs. Once you loosen your lugs, you're going to jack your car up. And then to the next step, we're going to take off the wheel. And then we're going to continue and go straight to the caliper, okay? Stay tuned. So after you remove the wheels, or the wheel, okay, you have two parts here. You have your caliper, you have two bolts to the caliper, one up here and one down here. And you have the caliper bracket, which is right here. It's this shell right here. And there's two more right around it, and they are back here also. And you're going to have to disconnect the line, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, okay? Okay guys, I got these two loose. Right here, you should be able to pull these out. That's when you know they are out. This one is, the bottom ones on these cars are a pain in the butt, but I do have this one out. There we go. See how it's moving? That's when you know it's out. Okay, we're going to disconnect this brake line, and this, it screws into, the caliper screws into it. Right here, the caliper will screw into the brake line. So the caliper will have to turn in order to get the brake line out. So once we have that done, you have a zip tie around here, and then a zip tie going to that. And we're going to take a plug right here and put it onto the brake line after we have it disconnected. So in my case, it's 17 millimeter. I'm going to get that off, and I'm going to plug it with said plug. And then you will not have a leak on your brake line. And make sure you have a pan here. If you don't want to clean up a mess, it's water soluble, so it won't be bad to clean up, but I like to have it here. So that's how you do that, and boom. I'll do that and then get back to you on the next. Okay guys, here's a little before. It looks a little rough. I mean, these are 20-year-old calipers, never been touched or anything. I don't know if you can get a great look, but these are rusted. And at first glance, you're going to think that, you know, maybe these aren't salvageable, but they really are, and all it's going to take is a little bit of love. And the biggest thing about this job is patience. The more time you put in it, the more you're going to get out of it, and that's just what it comes with. And this is a before, like I said, and we'll get on to the next step before we do that. Okay guys, so once you got the brake caliper off, this is your bracket right here, and we're going to take this, a right angle right here, connected to the air compressor, and we're going to fire this up. And with your safety glasses on, and get all this down, and then we're gonna head on to another brush, and then I'll see you guys there. Okay, now excuse the noise. We're in the middle of the country trying to shoot this video, but after that step, if you can see, it's looking pretty good, and that's just the rough look taken care of. And now we're doing a fine brush right here. Yeah. And then we're going to take that up to it and do the exact same thing again. And then we're going to do one more step just like that. We're going to take one more quick look around. Okay, I'll get back to you right after I do that. Okay guys, this is a caliper bracket. Got it all finished and touched up. I'm going to hit it with some brake clean. And then after the brake clean, we're going to use that alcohol. And then that'll be when you change gloves, and then that'll be the last step before you paint or prime. So we're gonna get right into that and then get to the next step. Forgot to mention, when you're grinding, you want to be very careful of these right here, these rubber pieces. You can really mess those up with the grinder. And right before we get into the caliper, we're going to repeat the exact same process. And again, there's these rubber pieces right here you want to watch out for. So I'll get right into that and then get you the next step. It's pretty dark out, but this is the caliper bracket, and I have it all finished and it's ready to paint. And we're going to primer it. But what you do is those rubber pieces right there, we're going to cover those with tape because we don't necessarily want tape on them. It's not a huge deal, but it's a big enough deal for me to cover them. So that's what I did. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to primer it and then I'll get right back. Okay guys, I'm on the final step here. of painting my calipers. Once you have completely sanded them down, as obviously I have done, I completely sanded them down, that being the bracket and that being the caliper. You're going to sand that down, and what you're going to do is you're going to take brake clean and you're going to get that all wet, and then you're going to wipe it down, and you're going to put alcohol on it with alcohol in the cotton balls, and you're going to wipe that down. And once that's all dry, that's when you go take it over and you prime it, and make sure you cover anywhere that could possibly have rubber, like the caliper cylinders. And right here I covered this. I put a bolt in that fit it and just some thread tape, so I didn't get any paint in there. And then over here on the bracket I covered these rubber gaskets for the bolts, just rubber covers. I'm about ready for this. I just clear coated it and waiting for that to dry, and then I'll get those bad boys on there and I'll give you guys a final look of it, and then I'll show you the backs. Okay guys, this will be your finished product. It took a while to get done. It's not an easy project. Well, it's an easy project, it just takes a while to finish, and it's really about your patience. If you got patience, you can do this, and once it's done, it looks great, and I completely love it. Alright guys, this is the before on the rear rotors and calipers. They look really rough, 20 years of not being touched, and this is what that before looks like. And we'll get right into the after. The after, it took a lot of time and a lot of love, and this is what you'll get. You'll get a great product and you'll love it. Thanks for watching.